live alone because, okay, we are live. So we'll give everybody a second to pop on. So there's always that awkward silence at the beginning of webinars. So what's up, Tara?
I hope I don't have anything in my teeth.
For those of you who are watching the recording, just so you know, sorry for this pause at the beginning, but it takes a little bit for people to pop on. But oh, here they come. Yay! People are showing up now. All right. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and dive right in to it because we are starting a tad bit late. All right. So what Tara and I wanted to do is we were brainstorming together, and our mission, our purpose, especially for this year, but just like in life in general, what we love, what makes us, wake up early every single day is the fact that we look back to where we were at one point in our life, and we just want, and then we look at where we are now, and we just want to share our tips with other moms, other women, and men too, but to just share with other people to so they can feel what we're feeling, that they can feel maybe have more energy or be happier or less stressed. And so we wanted to share with you tonight, I should say, a little bit about us and our stories, and then we're going to give you actual tips on exactly how we transformed our life. How we went from where we were and unhappy, stressed, and where we were to where we are now, where we just are feeling passion and we love waking up in the morning. We're excited to wake up in the morning. We're excited about life. We love life, and we want more moms to feel that way. Because let me bring you back to where I was several years ago. I was a brand new mom, and I was very, very, very stressed out. And I was very unhappy, and I was very unhealthy. And the reason why all of this took place is because after having my son, of course, if you're a mom, you just like get obsessed with your child. They're your first kid too. So you're just like, Lane was my first. So I'm just like kind of psychotic. And then I had to go back to work after a 4-week unpaid maternity leave. And I had to go back to work because we just, we were broke as a joke, as I always say. We were literally broke. So I had to go back to work. I tried to find some things that allowed me to stay at home, couldn't find anything, so I had to go back to work. So that is one of the reasons why I was very stressed, because I was always worried about not being around my son, worried about what's going on, worried about missing things. And that's also why I was unhappy, because I was missing everything. I was going to work at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was working until 6, 7, sometimes later at night. And then I'd get home and he went to bed at 8:30. I was like, dang it. So I kind of felt like, is this life? You know what I'm saying? So I guess what I did about it, I did absolutely nothing for 8 months. Then on top of that, we had something happen with our home that cost money. And then my husband got laid off from his job, which made us more broke. And so that everything just kept snowballing and just making me feel just overwhelmed. And on top of that, I was exhausted. So finally, after complaining about it and doing nothing about it for a very long period of time, I'm sure some of you can relate to that, just feeling exhausted for so long and being unhappy for so long, I finally said, I got to do something about this. What can I do? And so I sat down and I said, okay, when did I feel good? Think back. When did I feel good? When did I have more energy? When was I more positive? Because there was a point in my life that I felt that way. And I remembered as I was brainstorming and thinking back, it was when I found I was working out. I had fitness in my life. I was eating better. And also I was with a community of positive people who were there to support me, to lift me up, and to hold me accountable. You know what I mean? Like those people that are like, hey, did you get your workout in today? Or, and it's just, there is this law. You are the average of the people you surround yourself with the most. It's actually, you're the average of the 5 people you are around the most. But, and so I realized that, and I realized the people that I was around weren't really lifting me up. They, if I were to try something new and try to better myself, it was almost like they were almost bringing me down. So that was the turning point for me when I started to feel better, when I started to have more energy, which was like, I didn't think it was possible. I just thought, okay, I'm a mom and I'm signing up to be a mother. So now I have no energy for the rest of my life. That's literally what I thought. But now I had energy and I felt more positive, and I just felt like I was getting back to my old self, where I did feel like alive. And I really feel that those were the things that stuck out to me the most, that really flipped that switch and started my new path in life, where I started to do a little bit more for myself and feel a little bit better. So that's just a little bit about me. That's just a tidbit. There's lots more, but we want to try to keep this short for you guys. So that's just a little bit about me and a couple of things that you might be able to pick out from my story that maybe applies to you. Maybe you can relate. Now we're going to hear from Tara, my good friend Tara Bilek. She's going to share more about her journey and some things that helped her.
Hi guys, I'm excited to be here because as I was thinking about my life 3 years ago, I was thinking about how crazy I was, and I can definitely relate to Mindy's story. I had 3 kids, 5 and under, and I was working, I was a teacher. And I remember just being pulled in so many directions, and I was losing myself. I think I lost myself after my firstborn, because everything goes into your kids. We are running, doing different things. We want the best for them. We want, and we're trying to be the best mom, be the best wife, be the best. I was trying to be the best teacher, the best friend, all of these things. And I was doing everything halfway. And I was really struggling with that. I'm like, I want to be there for my daughter, but I'm working. And I wasn't there enough. And then I was feeling guilty, the guilt that moms feel. And then I was feeling guilty because I wasn't being consistent with my fitness. And I knew that's what made me feel good. But I really honestly had no one to talk to about this. I felt like I was kind of secluded. Yeah, you have those play dates here and there, but when you're a working mom, it's really hard to do that. So I just felt like I needed a community, and I could not. I tried everything. Like, I tried going to the gym, but I couldn't do that because after my second, it just became too hard. It was like, I was sweating and got my workout in, getting the kids in the car to the gym, never mind at the gym. It was like the biggest to-do ever. And then they would get sick from, and then I was like, oh, let me try CrossFit. And I ended up going there, and it took me half hour to get there. It was at the weirdest times, like 5:30 when I'm trying to cook dinner, and TJ's like, you can't be going out right now. So I was trying to do all these things to have that community with people, and I was definitely failing. That lasted like a week because it was just awful. And I couldn't get out of the house. So I found Mindy, actually, and I found a community of women online to help me stay accountable, to help me feel good. And you know what was really cool about it? I was helping them too. So I was on my fitness journey and health journey, and so were they. I had no clue what I was doing. They didn't either. It was a group of moms just coming together with a place to talk about their day, to share some recipes, to lift each other up. And it was so different from what I was used to. Going into school, every time you went into school, in the teacher's lounge, everyone's flipping, complaining about everything that, and you're surrounded by that. So this was so new to me. And it started to wear on me, and I'm like, wow, I'm starting to feel good. I'm more positive. And then we started getting into personal development, which is something I never believed in before. I thought it was for people that needed like a therapist. But it actually is these books that I was reading and the girls in the group were reading were books that motivated me. I started getting up earlier just to open that book or to listen to my headphones and listen to it on Audible. These stories were just motivating. I felt better. My mindset was better. So I was more patient with my kids. I was a better mom and better wife, and everything just started coming together. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in these groups the rest of my life. And that's when I was like, this is it. And that's when other women would reach out to me and say, oh my gosh, this is like what I've been looking for. This is the change I need. You know, my friends are amazing, but you know, they're always like, oh, what are you doing this lifestyle change for? Like, what is, oh, you can only eat salads, you know, like they always have those comments sometimes. But when you're surrounded by people that are just like, you know what, we got your back. We want you to be and live your best life. And you just feel good and you feel like you belong. So, you know, that was a turning point in my life. And I ended up just getting up a little bit earlier. And well, actually what we'll do right now, we'll share some tips with you because we wanted to give you some like tips that you guys can actually apply like now. We don't want like us just tell our stories and then you have nothing to take away. We want to offer you so much value and share what has worked and what has changed us. So the first one, you hear me talk about getting up early. That's number one. And I know a lot of you are like, I am not a morning person. There's no way I can do this. I wasn't either. But I honestly think it's a habit you form. And I've seen it happen in so many other women when they set a time. And I always say start small. Say a half an hour before your kids get up or you have to wake up for your job, get up. Because if you set your alarm and you have that quiet time in the morning and you listen to a personal development book, and we can share some with you guys, but a personal development book that motivates you, inspires you, just feeds your soul, you are in a better place than turning on the news in the morning or waking up with the kids and you're so chaotic, you can't even think straight, you have your to-do list in your mind and you're getting stressed out before you even get out of bed. Getting up earlier helps you and will help your entire day. And I have seen it time and time again. People swear by this. Successful people are doing these things, and that's why we're giving them to you. And that's what changed my life. And I still, to this day, I'm not a teacher anymore, but I get up early, way earlier than my kids, because I know that in order for them to get the best version of myself, I need to fill my cup first. So the second thing that comes along with that is personal development. And these are things that personal development can mean a couple different things. It can be a great book that you love. It could mean a faith-based book. I love to read faith-based books like Joel Osteen. It could be a podcast because there's so many out there, guys. Audible. So Amazon has Audible and there's great Audible books on there, and it's sometimes a lot better to hear them and to hear the author's voice, and the excitement comes along with it. So there's so many different ways you can listen to personal development or read personal development in the morning, but I definitely say start your day with it. And I even put it on in the car sometimes because, hey, it can't be bad for my kids to listen to it now. And my daughter is starting to like it. She's 8 now. So she likes it for the most part. Sometimes she's like, can you put on Kids Bop? But for most of the time, she loves it. And so those are the first two tips that really have changed the way I conduct my day and changed my life as a mom and as a wife and actually as a business owner as well. So Mindy's gonna share with you the other, well, there's 4 more. We're gonna give you a bonus one.
Yes, okay. Of course we can't, when we said, oh God, how can we keep it by 5 things? But Tara's right. Everything she's saying, I'm like, not you, but I don't know if you guys can see me on here, but I am like, yes, that's so true. And I have read, because I have been doing this for several years now, and I have read all of these books and I've studied successful people, and this is the stuff they're doing. So a couple other things, like I said, I'm going to give you some more tips, is gratitude. So often, I mean, we are human, and especially if you guys have been on social media lately, even last year, there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of negativity and there's a lot of arguing and there's a lot of stuff, okay? So it's easy for us as humans to sometimes get focused on all the bad stuff that's happening in our lives, or the bad stuff about ourselves, or the way we look, or about like seeing all these people posting certain things on Facebook or whatever. It's easy to focus on the negative, but when this is the thing for me. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows. So whatever you focus on expands. So when we focus on the negative, it expands. But if you focus on what you're grateful for and the positive things in your life, guess what? That also expands. Whatever you focus on expands. So the next tip is gratitude. Writing down things. And you know what? Start small. And if you forget a day, don't get down on yourself, okay? But start in the morning during this little routine you're developing. Write down a couple things you're grateful for. It should take you legit under a couple minutes to do this. Don't make it be like, okay, so this is my 30-minute gratitude routine, unless you want to do that. But if you do that right off the bat, you're probably not going to stick to it. So just make it quick. Think about what you're grateful for. Write it down, because there is power in writing stuff down. Write down what you're grateful for like 5 things. And then before you go to bed, if you want to kind of start adding this gradually to your routine, before you go to bed, write things down that you're grateful for from that day. And if you do that over time, like at first we're telling you things that you can apply, tangible things that you can do right now, like starting right now today. But we're not promising that you're going to have like this overnight success of feeling amazing, but you will probably by the end of this week feel better. That's something that I can say. But think about if you did this every day for a week, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, all of these things. That's when it's that compound effect where you do these things a little bit, these simple little tiny things that are easy to do and also easy not to do. But over time, as you continue to do them consistently, that's when you really, really, really see big results in your life, in your attitude, in your energy, in the things that you're attracting to your life. The next tip is, ready to write it down if you're taking notes, is affirmations. Now, bear with me and don't think I'm a loser, promise, because these work. I mean, you have to trust me on this, okay? This totally works. But I have to admit, I was so embarrassed that somebody might find my little affirmation book, or somebody might overhear me saying these things, because I felt a little strange. So what an affirmation is that you're saying positive things about yourself. And they might not even be true yet. It might be the person who you want to become. So you could say things like this, like, I am full of energy. I am likable. I'm fun to be around. I am positive. I'm always that happy go-to person. I love fitness. I love waking up early. I love salads and eating clean. I know that it's doing well for my body. I am loved. I have a great marriage. Okay, I could go on and on. But you say all of these things, and subconsciously, like, even if you're like, okay, this is crazy, this is not true, your subconscious mind starts to hear these things as long as you're consistently saying these things over and over and over. And you start to believe that, and you start to attract certain things to your life, and your confidence starts to build. You start to see the world differently. You start to see the love in the world, the good in the world, the good in people. You start to see people, you start to be more compassionate. You start to be more understanding. It's all about changing your mindset and becoming this type of person. But yeah, the affirmations, like I said, I would take my little, if you have an iPhone, we have a voice recorder on here. And I would do voice memos to myself, and I would read my positive affirmations, because I'd write them down first and then I'd read them out loud. And when I read them out loud, making sure that before I did this, because Brad would totally make fun of me, I would read them out loud and record it. So then when I ran errands while I was at work, I would just plug my phone into my car, and that's what I would be listening to, is my voice saying these positive affirmations over and over and over. So don't think I'm a loser. But okay, now we have a couple more tips and then that bonus. Are you going, Tara?
Yeah, I'll go. I was just paused for, it's probably my internet.
Okay.
Who knows? Okay, so the next thing that I want to
okay.
share with you is like health, wellness. So eating well and working out. And I'll tell you guys something. So if you can do this in the morning after your little routine, it is so awesome. You will feel amazing all day long. You'll feel confident. You tend to eat better when you work out in the morning, and there is no excuse not to do it. So sometimes what I do is I will work out and actually listen to personal development while I'm working out. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm sweating, I'm feeling good. And honestly, guys, it puts me in the right mood for the day. And I think working out is every mom's like sanity. I think we all need it because it's the only time we can just be like, and just sweat and just like, and feel good. And then we're like, okay, I can handle this for the day. So I definitely think that is one of the most important. And you know what? If you can't fit it in the morning, lunchtime, and it may mean just taking a walk outside to start. You may start there. That's where I started. And then I got into doing home workouts, and I've never looked back. And then the last part is our tribe, our community. And the community of people, so what we have and what we do is we run groups online. We run groups on Facebook, and you guys have probably seen them. They're sometimes called challenge groups. I like to call them accountability groups, or different types of names because it makes it more fun. But these groups are everything. And I've seen so many people that decide to be a part of this group see life changes, whether it's losing weight, it's finding confidence, it's being more fit, running a marathon because they're consistent with their workouts and their running routine. I've seen women come, and they don't come out of our groups. That's the funny thing, is that they're with us forever because they know how consistent they will be, because we're checking in every day. We're sharing recipes. We're doing mini little challenges. We are reading a book every single month. Like for our personal development, it's almost like a book club. So being part of this and having this accountability is huge, because what happens is I know that there's days where I'm like, ugh, I'm exhausted. The kids are sucking the life out of me. And I don't want to work out, but I look on my phone check on my group, and I see all these girls like got my workout in. This is what I did. And I'm like, oh, I can't not do it because they're depending on me and I'm depending on them, the whole thing. So it really helps to get my butt moving and get it done. So the community is everything. It's everything. They expect me to show up. I expect them to show up. When someone goes missing, we're always like, where's so-and-so? Let's reach out to her, because we know how hard it is. We know that we can get into our little slumps, but I want someone to pull me out of there, right? So that's what we are. That's what we do in our community, in our groups. And then, so what we wanted to share with you is what we have going on is our groups for the rest of the year. So the cool thing is that we don't believe in quick fixes. We don't believe in 21 days and you're good. We don't believe in 30 days and you're good. We believe that you join a community, we're with you the entire year. We're with you the entire year, and then however long you want to be around us and part of our groups. I truly, truly believe that having these year-long groups are the key to success in your health and fitness journey, in your personal journey, spiritual, everything, mindset. And I think it starts here, because if you don't have this, right, you lose 10 pounds, if you don't have the right mindset, what's going to happen? You're going to think you're good, and it all will come back. I mean, it's happened to me before. I think I got it, and then I start leaning back a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I don't need personal development. I don't need that. Then what happens? My weight starts going back up. I start feeling crappy again. So being the consistent in these groups really play a huge role in your success. So what we have is Beachbody has put together this Beachbody On Demand, all access. Now, this is something I wish they had when I joined. It is just the best way to have a successful fitness life, I should say. Basically, you have access, if you join our group, our next group, you have access to Beachbody On Demand, all access. And this little thing is not going to be around forever. Because I don't know when they're going to change the price or take it away. We don't know. It's a trial period. So basically, you have access to every single program Beachbody has ever put out. So I think about all the DVD sets, and you guys probably have some that you have bought, and it's like sitting, you probably bought T25 and you have P90X and all of these. And I think about all that money I spent on all of them, where you can get every single program and, which is unreal, every single meal plan for $99, okay? Now, the cool thing is if you join our next group, is that you also get Shakeology with the challenge pack of Beachbody On Demand all access. So Shakeology and all access challenge pack is $199, which is insane, because normally challenge packs are like $160. Okay, that means you get one program and Shakeology. You get every single program and Shakeology, meal plans, plus you get there's a Beachbody blog. And there's tons of recipes that you can find in your specific meal plan in your access of Beachbody On Demand. It's insane how much value is back there. But the cool thing is that we help you figure out what's the best program to start with. And then after that, you're finished with that program, you can move on to a different one. You could try all different ones. You could try PiYo, which is more Pilates, yoga. You can try a dance fun cardio workout. You could try lift. There are kickboxing, so many, which is really exciting. And with Shakeology added to it, I mean, Shakeology is normally $130. So you're getting all of these things for $199. And every time I talk to people about it, they cannot believe it. And every time they log into their own Beachbody On Demand all access, they were like blown away. They were like excited like a kid on Christmas. They're like, this is insane how much is up in here. I can't wait to dive in and check it out. So we're excited for you guys to join us with that. And this right now will change your life, because it doesn't just include your fitness and your Shakeology is 30 days of Shakeology. So it's 30 meals. You're getting 30 meals up front, okay? Of the best, most nutritious meal that you will ever buy. And Mindy, I don't know if you wanted to jump in and share your experience with Shakeology quickly, and then we can kind of end it. Uh-oh. Are you muted?
Yep, it was. Sorry, guys, I was muted. So yeah, I mean, everything, I just agree with everything that Tara just said. I honestly, 99% of the people that I'm talking to and helping in my groups, 99% of them get this challenge pack, because and I haven't had one person come to me to complain. So it's just like Tara said, I just wish I had it when I joined and I was wanting to try all these programs, because I literally bought every single program. But with Shakeology, you guys, I won't keep you long. I'll just go real quick. But I am literally obsessed with it, and I could go on and on and on and talk about it for days and days and days, because I don't think people, when they see it, they see a protein shake. Some people see the protein shake. Some people say that's a meal replacement shake. Some people say that's whatever, a fruit smoothie, whatever you want to think. But that is I just want you to see the bigger picture of Shakeology. So yeah, it is a protein shake. Yeah, it's a meal replacement. Yeah, you can make fruit smoothies with it and, great. But it's so much more than those things. It's those things and much more. There's 70 plus of the healthiest ingredients in like that you can find. Actually, I couldn't find them here. I don't think anybody can find them because some of the ingredients that you find in Shakeology, they're going to Madagascar to get because that's the only organic source of vanilla to make the vanilla Shakeology. That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about when I talk about how obsessed I am with Shakeology. It is the best meal replacement shake. It is the best protein powder. Is the best shake on the market if you are looking for a shake that will completely transform inside as well. Well, if you're just looking for a quick fix and just so you look good in your jeans, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a bonus on top of what we're all doing. But this is giving you, like I said, those 70 plus ingredients of the healthiest ingredients. But on top of that, there's 30 plus superfoods. 30 plus superfoods. And let me tell you a quick story. My daughter was diagnosed with autism a couple of years ago. And when I found that out, I was hitting the books. Research. I attended seminars and I traveled to go to these seminars and I hired the best doctors that I could find, specialists with autism. And I went and sat in front of, tons of people in this auditorium, right? And here is this autism specialist, like a natural doctor. And he starts going through what our kids need to be eating. So here I am. Okay, well, I don't care what I have to do to get her to eat. I'm going to do this. This is going to help her. This is good for her. This will transform her body. I mean, I am like psychotically taking notes. So excited. I go to Whole Foods immediately when I left that seminar. I drive to Whole Foods to try to find some of these things. And I went to different health food stores. I dropped hundreds of dollars at these health food stores. And I get home and I'm unloading all this stuff and I'm so excited. I'm like, okay, now here's my counter full of these superfoods, right? Full. And Brad's like rolling his eyes and thinking I'm crazy. And I look at the back of my bag of Shakeology that I have been drinking for years, right? And I look at the back and I went through my notes and every single, and I'm not lying, every single thing that doctor stood up there and told me that I need to feed my daughter, that she needs to be on, was in my bag of Shakeology. Totally in it. So that's just one story that is just kind of that you can kind of really see the bigger picture of how much benefits that you can get from Shakeology. So it is more than just a shake that's going to help you lose weight. Okay. It really will transform your body. Now, that's all I have to say about that. But Tara and I really, like we said, you heard our stories now, right? You heard our stories. You know how the community, the accountability, surrounding ourselves with these positive people who lift us up, the personal development that we get from doing these groups, and obviously the fitness and all this stuff, all of it has completely changed us. We are happier. We are the healthiest we've ever been in our lives. We are better moms, better friends, like all of these things. We're more positive. We more ambitious to accomplish things in our life. And all of it, these are the things that habits of successful people, these are the things that they do. Okay. So that is our mission. That is our purpose. Her and I just want to share this with you, and hopefully we can have you in our next group. It starts in February. Okay. So you guys, if you're ready to go and start in February, that's what we're opening up, a group in February. Actually, it's an annual group because again, we don't believe in the quick fix. So our groups go the entire year. Okay. So once you start in February, you will get in and you will get into this group. You will have all the things that we talked about for an entire year, all access. You will have all the programs for the entire year. This is not setting you up for, okay, I'm going to do a workout and I'm going to do it for 7 days or 21 days or 30 days. We're going to help you stay accountable so you can go more than just next month, the next 2 months, next 3 months. We can help you really create the lifestyle that can change your life. Okay. And we're not just saying that. We're proof of that. So the last thing is, if you are wanting to join our group or join the person's group who sent you to this training, to this webinar, all you have to do is ask. go to the person who invited you to this webinar. If it was Tara, message her. If it was me, message me. If it was somebody else that is on our teams, message them. And you will join either our groups, or if the person who invited you wants to do a separate group, that's totally fine. But we will have our groups open to anybody who joins after watching this training. And then also we wanted to do something because we're so grateful that you came and hung out with us tonight. So if you were watching this recording and this isn't live, you can be done. You can go hang out with your kids again or whatever you got to do. But if you are on live, we wanted to do something special for you guys who got on live and wanted to hang out with us tonight and heard our stories and everything. So we're going to do a giveaway for the people who got on live tonight. Okay. It is a giveaway for a Fitbit, because we just thought that it would just be fun to do. It would be something to help you along this journey. So what you need to do is, like I said, go to the person who invited you to this webinar. Hopefully you'll get signed up and join our community. And then look to the link that you clicked on to get here. Click that link again in about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, and there's going to be in the description of this video on YouTube. In the description, there will be a link. All you have to do is click that link and you'll sign up and just put your name and email address, and we'll sign you up to go into the drawing for a Fitbit. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. Anyways, is there anything that you want to finish up and say, Tara?
I'm just really excited, guys. Like, seriously, this has been life-changing for so many women and for myself. Like, that I can't help but share it with everyone, because I want everyone deserves to live their best life. Everyone deserves to live better than where you're at, and you are enough, and you are worth it. And you know what? Your kids need that role model. They really do. They need that person, and their lives are going to change just by you showing up and just by you taking this first step to change your life. Their lives will change. Your family's lives will change, and that is everything. So thank you.
I couldn't agree more. So thank you guys for hanging out. Tara and I loved hanging out with you, and we hope to see you guys in our year-long challenge groups very, very soon. Okay. Have fun. Go hang out with your kids now. Okay. See you guys. Thank you.
Bye.